mantra when they say play the block. My mind is set, my grind is set, my heart on ice cold. I'm only here to even the scope. Whoa. My mind is set, my grind is set, my heart on ice cold. We down right now, but did it before. Whoa. See from here we gon' up. Made the call, I shown up. Now the game is sewn up. Say my name is blown up. We up, 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 we up. See from here we gon' up. Made the call, I shown up. Now the game is sewn up. Say my name is blown up. We up, 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 we up.
You never forget your first panic attack. Too big of a one, too many backs. No word of a lie, Jack. Trust me, the track and get sidetracked. When I think of my first panic attack, I'm right back in the love shack. We've been here before, Jack, and we ended up with a side quack, and it's mass trauma to try and unpack.
So breathe, just breathe, just breathe. Tell me what you see. You feel you're here, but you gotta believe. Just breathe whilst you're down on your knees. Just breathe, yeah, you just gotta breathe.
Along. Side Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. I'm Brian Anderson. We'll be joined by Ali LaForce courtside. And it's the Suns to start out. Here's Booker. Off the outside. For three. Tatum pulls it in. You look at his college days and his rookie year, Tatum has always been on a winning team, Richard.
B.A., I think it starts with his approach. There's always been an air of professionalism when it comes to Tatum. He's just a young player that is focused only on winning.
Here's Brooks. Denied by Tatum. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum. And so here's Phoenix to the middle. Here's Mourning. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
A brilliant dunk, and he hangs up there for a while, too.
Like he's posing for the camera. He's just hanging out, posing for pictures, just making himself at home. That one goes in.
What muscle on that finish. It's hard trying to prevent Tatum from converting.
Ali LaForce had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. Ali, what do you have to say?
As you can imagine, the team spent much of their practice preparing for Devin Booker. Coach said there's no great way to defend him. He can beat you at the rim, from mid-range, well beyond the arc as well. And on top of all that, he creates for others. Brian?
Okay, thank you, Allie. In transition, here come the Suns. And it's Brooks missing.
1 for 5 out there, but no worries. Just keep attacking.
The drive by Tatum. Oh, he slams it down right on top of Devin Booker.
Mercy, Jason Tatum is a bad man.
Here's Booker. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Phoenix shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. You know, Booker gets a lot of praise for his scoring, but how about his skill as a passer, Richard?
Oh, he's a good decision maker, B.A. He's able to read defenses and dissect them with his passing. He's shown he can be a traditional, quote-unquote, point guard.
Pass to Daniels. Here's Brooks. Now here's Booker. 4 on the clock. That one's wide left.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Now Tatum. The 3 is up. The shot, no good.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Outside Booker. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Jones, his shot is good. Now Booker. Here he goes. Lays it up and banks it in. Booker's got 5 points.
There is no on-off switch for Booker. He is always in attack mode.
And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Booker on the take. Pass to Mourning. Off the outside. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Brown in the high post. No points so far.
First team foul.
1:25 left to play in the first. And here's a Kongwu for 3. Rebounded by Mourning. The Suns lead by 3. Well, the last few years, Richard, the Suns have had some all-time greats. But this is Devin Booker's team.
No doubt. Drafted in 2015. Book's been here his entire career. His first few seasons, the team was, let's just say they were rebuilding. But Devin stayed loyal and enjoyed some stellar seasons since then.
Here's Tatum. After the basket by Phoenix on the other end. Kick out to Brown. 5 on the clock. Here's Dumars. Three-pointer off the mark. Here's Phoenix. Brooks outside. Here's Mourning. And no good. Good D by Kongwu. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Avdia with a steal. Outside Booker. Back to Avdia. Down low. Outside Booker. Over Jones. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And that does it for the first quarter. Suns ahead. They lead by 5. And if you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And for Phoenix, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
You can really see the strategy coming in. get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Well, RJ, you got traded a couple of times for good reason. What's it like off the floor?
I don't need your quips, BA, but it is crazy. You get a phone call and bam, you can move across the country. And while it's hard on you, you understand it comes with playing in this league and having this job.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, one nickname you hear for DeMar DeRozan is the lone mid-ranger. He said you can operate freely in the mid-range. It's like an ocean out there. If you're smart, you can take advantage of the space and pick teams apart. Brian?
He's an expert tactician working in between. Thanks, Allie. Timberwolves trailed by 5. On the wing, Tatum. And Tatum fires one home.
Oh, this is how aggressive Tatum is. Excellent job of getting to the rim and a finish. Just light work.
DeRozan looks it over. Here's Morning. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
DeMar DeRozan, an impressive scorer who takes relatively few three-point shots, Greg.
Yeah, the arc is not his primary focus. He'd rather pick you apart in the mid-range, but he does it so consistently that the points pile up quick.
The Suns lead by 5. Here's Avdia, and he makes it on the layup.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
Pass to Zubac. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Zubac has got his first 2 points of the night.
You have to appreciate guys who can work the mid-range area. It's clearly how you keep defenses honest.
And when we talk about the numbers, the analytics for great shooters like him, pretty much any shot is a good shot.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there. Zubac, screen. All alone. Brooks with the rebound.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
And the Suns getting another bucket right there.
Strong pass there to set up the basket.
And here, the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Here's Zubac, and it's slammed in by Zubac.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. DeRozan, left side. On the wing, Tatum. Give him 8 points now. This one for 3. Dumars misses.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Inside. Pass to Brooks. Oh, deflected. Avdia with it. On the wing, DeRozan. Oh, get up, DeMar. He's still got it.
And people forget that DeMar DeRozan has competed in multiple dunk contests. This man has elite balance.
Outside, Brown. We've got 1:28 left in the first half. Here's Zubac. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Zubac has got 6.
And their offense seems to be coming around. Now they're shooting upwards of 50% from the field.
And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. So Phoenix going with almost an entirely new group here. The Suns lead by 7. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Just 5 on the clock. And here we go. The Timberwolves on the run. Achua with it. Now Wiggins defending. Back to Achua. Pass to Zubac. And it's Phoenix. Left side, Booker. Zubac inside. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to go on Emmanuel quickly.
Almost converts despite the contact.
The free throw drops from Zubac. And Zubac drops them both. And so it's Phoenix with it. It's a 5-point game. Following this game, they host the Magic. To the inside. And Williams punches it home.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. And here's Booker. Can't connect from short range. Right side Achua. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Dinwiddie.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Had enough room to get just like an easy layup.
Booker for 3. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. The Suns on top. They're up by 5. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. We've got second half action for you. And if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. And Devin Booker is already one of the greatest players in Suns history, Greg.
Well, you could argue that Steve Nash still ranks ahead of him. He did win 2 MVPs with the Suns. But when it's all said and done, I think Booker will be regarded as the best.
Brown scanning the floor. Pass to Okongwu. Outside, Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, Brown inside. Hey, he's more than just a shooter.
Night in, night out, Brown just makes plays.
And they go to the intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And Minnesota making a change here. To the paint. Here's Mourning. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Timberwolves trailed by 5. Here's Dumars. No points yet. Tatum from long range. He buries it from 3.
With his touch, Tatum's a threat from anywhere.
Pass to Booker. Second half getting started. About a minute played. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's Dumars. For the tie. Here's Okongwu. Can't tie it up. That one misses. It's a neck-and-neck game here in Minneapolis. Booker with it. Now Okongwu defending. Back to Booker. Fires the 3. Devin Booker for 3.
At the arc, Booker is pretty efficient. This man can hurt you from downtown if you're not.
Whoa! Brown with a huge slam.
Showing off his pure athleticism. Brown with a memorable finish.
On the wing, Brooks. Back to Booker. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Booker's got 10 points in the game.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Oh! Brown just throws it down.
I'm not going to lie. Jaylen Brown, his hops are different.
Outside Booker. Pass to Brooks. There's the three. Jones grabs the board. Timberwolves trail by 3. Outside Tatum. Phoenix grabs the miss. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
Outside Tatum. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Counted.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
The Suns lead by 3. Pass to Booker. Here's Mourning. Brooks outside. Shot clock at 6. And the Suns miss again. Tatum feeling it out a bit. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Walker with it. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Double team on DeRozan. Right side, Williams. And he gets it to go. And the Suns lead by 3.
It's almost like he had a bird's eye view of the court. DeRozan always knows where his teammates are.
Pass to Zubac. Here's Dumars for the tie. Williams grabs the board. 2-for-1 opportunity here.
Hey, if I'm in their shoes, I go for it.
DeRozan outside. DeRozan down the lane. Here's Capella. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Suns need to get off a shot. Kicks it to Quickly. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Goes back up. Back to Capella. Achua with some nice D.
Well, you gotta miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
To the middle. Dumars. No good. Would have counted had it gone. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Phoenix out in front, up by 3. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear what Mike Budenholzer said to the team. He was clapping in the huddle, saying to his guys, loving the effort right now, keep the intensity on them. Leave no doubt in their mind that this game is ours. Guys, back to you.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. And Booker's got the ball here for the Phoenix Suns. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. In deep, Booker gets it to go.
Plays hard in every facet of the game. Nothing that Booker can't do.
Outside Tatum. Pass to Okongwu. Tatum inside. And the layup is good.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Oh, look at Tatum going to work inside.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Here's Booker. Oh, another basket for him. He's 6 of 11 now.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
Outside Jones. Pass to Okongwu. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
About a minute and a half into the fourth now. There's Tatum with the 3. Outside Jones. Clock at 4. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Outside Tatum to tie it up.
And when it comes to defensive wings, Brooks is as good as it gets.
Outside Booker.
Minnesota foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Oh my! Booker just throwing it down.
And we've kind of come to expect this performance from Booker every night. His scoring is just that consistent.
Outside Jones. Pass to Dumars. And out of bounds. The Suns will take it.
Horrible mistake right there. You hate to see unforced turnovers like that.
We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Booker surveying the floor. Back to Avdia. And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Six to shoot. Three-pointer, Brooks. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker. And now an 8-point Suns lead.
And he's much more comfortable shooting off a pass. Brooks with a nice shot.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. It's wide right, hits off the rim. A score here would build the lead to double digits.
Yeah, they seem very much in control.
And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That's his 4th foul of the contest. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. And so they foul intentionally. Good on the first. And that'll put him up by 9.
The thing about Booker is he rarely has an off night. He's one of the most consistent shooters in the league.
And Minnesota making a change here. Here's Dumars. Nails it from 3. Dumars has got his first 3 points of the game.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Man, this has been a fun one. But look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Three-pointer, Brooks. The rebound by Jason Tatum.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Oh, and a great bucket from Tatum. Taking the hit.
It is the sheer confidence of Tatum, ready to put his team on his back.
A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Back to Booker. Pass to Mourning. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Yeah, it's easy to see why they go to him so often, because they know they can depend on him to come through for them.
Outside Tatum. The three ball. Phoenix grabs the miss. They've led by as much as 10. Now Brooks. Back to Booker. Jones grabs the board.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line. And this is exactly who Tatum is, someone who doesn't back down from taking the big shots.
Pass to Avdia. And so they choose to intentionally foul. He drops the first one, and that puts him up 5. And so he drops them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Taking full advantage of his opportunities at the line to extend their lead.
Avdia with a steal.
What hustle from him on defense. Great steal.
Good. And the Timberwolves with possession here. Here's Dumars. The kick to Tatum. Jones from outside. Oh, he knocked down the trifecta.
Yeah, Tatum read the floor and fed the best guy he could find.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
First free throw is good, and that increases the lead to 6. And so both free throws good, and it's a 7-point game. And Minnesota calls time here. They trail by 7. All right, guys, what's your take?
Trying to extend this one, but it seems futile.
With timeouts, it's use them or lose them, so why not go down fighting?
So Phoenix wins it. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, you know, some teams might buckle under the pressure towards the end. The crowd was so amped up, such a hostile environment, but they stood tall and got the win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
Yeah, huh, yeah. Bezos. Throw it to me cause I can get it on. Rule number 1, keep your eyes open. Rule number 2, stand on business, move like a boss. Sacks, filth, pick it up, I ain't checking how much it costs. Rule number 3, the beef, let's get to the cheese. Rule number 4, never beef butter, there's many more. Get them riches, you can pick like any money more. Coach know you better put D-Lo in the game, you wanna scope. Let me get your phone number, you know you so fine, baby. I'm trying to get you in my car, baby. About that sound crazy, boy. You wanna get rich? Stop spending your time hating, boy. LV on my shoulder, taking over. Hop out double R. This ain't a Range Rover. Better tighten up. I be fly. Pull off Cybertruck. Make these Rick Owens. These ain't Jordan 1. What's your name? Where you from? Where you going? I'm in the kitchen. I'm in the kitchen. Trying to break my arm. You gon' have to run it up. You wanna catch me? I can put that on you when you're ready. I be driving these foreign cars like a Chevy. These is not no Nike Dunks, these Giuseppe's. Yeah. Throw it to me cause I can get it on. Rule number 1, keep your eyes open. Rule number 2, stand on business, move like a boss.
Saks Fifth, pick it up, I ain't checking how much it costs. Rule number 3, the beef, let's get to the cheese. Rule number 4, never be butter, there's many more. Get them riches, you can pick like any, money, mo. Coach, no, you better put D-Lo in the game, you want to score.
Duffel got it in it, cyber truck tinted, mansion in Miami, couple months, only thing rented. Went to Johnny Dang for a penny, that was $350. Heard that it get.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, alongside Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And we've got David Aldridge, our Hall of Famer, patrolling the sideline. Well, it was the Indiana Pacers in their last game, a loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee. Now here's Billups. It's good. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Well, that's a very early foul for him. Needs to be more careful and not pick up a second one this quarter.
Back to Brown. Tatum on the wing. And the three off target. On offense, here are the Pacers. Murray left side. Pass to Coulibaly. A three-pointer, no good. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. Brown with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. And it's Brown missing. Murray outside.
Minnesota foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Here's Coulibaly. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Yeah, you know the coaching staff loves to see Murray share the ball like that.
And we've seen DeJounte Murray prove for years that he is a 20-point player.
Yeah, and Kevin, he can score as a point guard or he can be off the ball. But the best thing about DeJounte Murray, he is a great two-way player, one of the best guard defenders we have in this league.
Phillips, no good. Pass to Okongwu. Back to Brown. Outside Dumars. In the corner. Tatum with it. 6 on the shot clock. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
And the technical free throw is good. Here's Dumars. Plays it up and in on the nice reverse.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Pass to Coulibaly. On the wing, Johnson. From outside the arc. It's not going to go for him. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Tatum draws the double. Here's Dumars. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks. I caught up with Chris Finch. Now he's concerned about a lot of things, but in particular, he's worried about how to deal with DeJounte Murray. Coach said he's an opportunist in transition. Everybody's got to get back after a miss, or he'll eat us alive. Sounds like the same thing we've heard from other coaches. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. The shot by Okongwu, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Good, and it's Dumars picking up the assist.
And just an excellent setup. Joe Dumars just plays with such poise and intelligence, the quintessential combo guard.
Now here's Billups. He takes it in. And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively. But where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
And what you love about Billups is that this guy's a winner, a guy his teammates and coaches trust to make the right decision. Just solid, really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
And that one drops. Dumars got 5.
The shots are certainly falling for him here in the early stages.
Wagner outside. 1:02 left in the first. And finish off by Wagner.
Well, with his size and power, Wagner can seem unstoppable at the rim.
Here's Zubac. Off target with the jump hook. Indiana leading. And it's Murray penetrating. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And the quickness and burst of Murray on display.
Outside Tatum. Powell with the screen. Tatum with it. Now guarded by Murray. Outside Tatum. Over Murray. Tatum gets the bucket.
Well, you know, there's still some value in the mid-range jumper, especially when it's Jason Tatum taking the shot.
Now here's Billups. And the layup is good. He's got 6.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Pacers out in front. They lead by 3. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, get the ball inside. And you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
Oh, man. Their mid-range jumper also has been on fire. Tough to beat a group of guys shooting with that much confidence.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
There's the pick. The 3 from Garland. Drops in the tray. Garland's got the lead up to 4 now for the Pacers. GA, you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
So deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that 3. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his look.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA, but also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always. And Wagner drives in and finished off by Wagner.
Well, once Wagner gets downhill, it's lights out.
Up top, Dumars. He has 5. That one drops for him. Zubats has got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Both teams will make substitutions. The wide open look here for Garland. No good on the quick 3. Dinwiddie outside. It's deflected. They recover it. Screen by Zubats. Clock at 4. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. No good. That would have tied it. And here are the Pacers now. Outside Garland. Dinwiddie with the steal. It's good. This game is all even. Dinwiddie's got his first points of the night.
And a long combo guard, Dinwiddie can use that 6'5" height inside like a bigger player.
Pass to Garland. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
The Timberwolves working the ball around them. That doesn't go either for Dinwiddie.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And there's the call. It's on Spencer Dinwiddie. That is his first foul of the game. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Indiana making some changes.
Substitution on the court.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Now Phillips. He's got 6. Driving in. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. The Pacers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Well, the son of an NBA player, Jaren Jackson Jr. plays the game with great instinct, particularly on the defensive end. You can see he learned the game growing up.
Jackson with the screen. On the wing, Jackson hits the jumper in space. Jackson's got the lead up to 7 now for the Pacers.
Wow, Jackson Jr. lightning quick.
Kicks it out to Jones. Pass to Brown. There's 49 seconds left in the first half of basketball.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Indiana's shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws. Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Okongwu a screen. To the right side. Back to Tatum. To stop the run. It's rebounded by Indiana. Left side, Billups. And he makes that one. Billups has got 4 points in the quarter.
Continuously working in close. Billups earning that bucket.
Back to Dumars. And so it's Indiana holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we'll be back with you shortly. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Timberwolves trailed by 11. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Shot clock at 3. Here's Tatum. Tatum gets it inside.
Oh, great patience from Tatum there, not allowing the shot clock to rush him while he finds his spot.
And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game. And the Timberwolves making a change here. On defense, the Timberwolves. 9-point game. Yep, it counts.
And great to see Billups getting his own shots as well, not just focusing on facilitating.
Pass to Okongwu. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Okongwu's now got 5 now.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Tatum following the basket by Chauncey Billups. And Okongwu has it in the corner. Back to Tatum. Brown feeling it out a bit. Shot clock at 5. Fires from deep. Rebound by Murray.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Billups goes in. Okongwu grabs the board. Outside Tatum. Second chance shot. Oh, Tatum finds a way.
Yeah, there's that added strength of Tatum really helping him down low.
Billups up top. He's got 14. Pass to Coulibaly. He's looking for Okongwu and finds him. Tatum with it. And he lays it straight in. 8 points for him.
Yeah, he's been able to turn it around after a rough first half. He's now looking much better offensively.
Billups with the ball. Okongwu covering. Here's Billups. Puts up a deep 3. Jaylen Brown with the rebound.
He's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Outside Tatum. Inside. Here's Okongwu. Another shot. Johnson with the rebound. Indiana leading by 6. 1:53 left to play here in the third. Outside Billups. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Screen by Jones. It's stolen. Stolen by Jones. Here's Tatum. Sinking the tough shot. Jason Tatum.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
Pass to Jackson. Back to Billups. Now Jackson. Dumars with it. Now guarded by Murray. And they're running. And Okongwu has it in the corner. Back to Tatum. There's the three. Tatum from three.
Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
Right side Billups. Knocked away. And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Teams changing it up here. Clock at 6. Here's Wagner. Hits the target from 18 feet. Wagner's got 6.
Timeout.
And every year, Wagner seems to take another leap. Part of that is his ability to hit tough shots like this.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Trailing by 5. Brown outside. Back to Dinwiddie. Brown outside. The tray. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Pacers lead by 5. From Target Center, back in a moment. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I listened in on what Chris Finch was talking about with his players. He loves what they're doing in the paint. He said if they're not stopping us, keep doing it. Keep going after it down low. So they'll keep pounding it inside, guys.
Thanks, David. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And the defense of the Timberwolves stand as good as it gets.
Well, Kevin, they can compete with anyone when it comes to size, not just up front, but on the wings. They're long and athletic, but it all comes down to execution, and they get it done.
Now, here's Brown. Okongwu a screen. Back to Brown. 6 to shoot. The teardrop falls in.
Agile and athletic. Brown is able to just overcome that interior defense.
Pass to Jackson. Here's Billups. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Indiana.
Well, I've been a little surprised by how many mid-range jump shots they're taking and hitting. But so far, that seems to be the recipe that's working for them.
And the other thing we've seen them do well tonight is draw fouls. Time and time again throughout this game, they've won trips to the line and converted.
Now here's Tatum. And slammed up by Tatum.
Yeah, no question, Tatum can take over a game at a moment's notice.
Phillips with the ball. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Precious Achiuwa. He throw good, Phillips.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And Chauncey Billups drops them both.
And since halftime, he's made a concerted effort to get to the line. Be aggressive. Great stuff.
Brown with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Tatum looking around. Three-pointer. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
Wow, he's found his game offensively here in the second half. Really has turned things around.
And there's the call on Jones. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Billups on the inbound. Oh, that's blocked. And he recovers it. To the inside. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible. Well, you can't teach the athleticism displayed there by Johnson.
Now, here's Brown. Pass to Achiuwa. Tatum with it. Back to Achiuwa. 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Johnson. From deep, Phillips. It's hauled in by Achiuwa. Timberwolves trail by 6. Tatum with it. For 3. Johnson with the rebound. And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. Indiana leading by 6. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. Here's Phillips. Score the basket, his 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
Oh, a little touch of class there at the end of the play as he was able to convert on the finger roll.
Pass to Okongwu. Outside Dumars. Driving inside. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Well, look, you got to hit Tatum harder than that, or else he's just going to push right through the contact.
And you just knew he wasn't going to miss that one. Not with so much riding on.
1:53 left here in the 4th quarter. Pass to Coulibaly. Here's Billups. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
Well, he's been a lot of their offense, and the numbers certainly show it.
Dumars with it. Now guarded by Murray. Tatum down low. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And Murray's got the ball here for Indiana. They've led by as many as 11 points. And now we've got the intentional foul. It's the first that stretches their lead to 8.
Well, it seems like every season, DeJounte Murray is out to make it his best year. That competitiveness is something you really appreciate.
Now, here's Brown. They set the pick. Here's Tatum. Johnson with the rebound.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
So the first one drops, and that will push the lead to double digits. And he makes both free throws. So it's the Timberwolves now. It's Brown on the wing. And the rejection by Jackson.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Indiana.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Chauncey Billups.
Yeah, and I loved his attitude tonight. He really had that scorer's mentality. Absolutely no one was stopping him.
Just 5 on the clock. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that about wraps it up.
Put hardest in, try my best to act like I didn't care, but I can't hold it in. And I'm not in the losing, I go hard as I can go to win. I'm back going hard again, I'm shutting down my heart again. No one can get next to me, so they gotta put hardest in. Try my best to act like I didn't care, but I can't hold it in. And I'm not in the losing, I go hard as I can go to win. I go hard as I can go to win. I go hard as I can go to win.
La mano en la pared, fuera control y ese al revés. Que luz, baby, suéltate. Te están mirando, toca romper. So bend it over. Mami, I wanna make you mine. Sabes que estás very fine. En todos lados, very fine. Me lo súbeme el tempo, esta te sirven de asiento. Más tu estatura desde el nacimiento. Tú eres el show, este es tu momento. Ey, Chori, bitch, ese dude, ey. Yo quiero ver tu, ey. I put his face on the news, huh. Dame el culo. Rosita like bubblegum, y contigo mañana with another one. I'm troublesome, baby, envíame lo que no pusiste en el foro, ey. La mano en la pared, fuera control y ese al revés. Que luz, baby, suéltate. Te están mirando, toca romper. Bend it over. Mami, I wanna make you mine. Sabes que estás very fine. En todos lados, very fine. Me lo súbeme el tempo, esta te sirven de asiento. Más tu estatura desde el nacimiento. Tú eres el show, este es tu momento. Me lo súbeme el tempo, esta te sirven de asiento. Más tu estatura desde el nacimiento. Tú eres el show, este es tu momento.
La mano en la pared, fuera control y ese al revés. Que luz, baby, suéltate. Te están mirando, toca romper. Mami, I wanna make you mine. Sabes que estás very fine. En todos lados, very fine.
Yeah, yeah. Marshmallow. Ayo, Mauro. Cala away. It's baby Miko. Brr. She throwing the. She doing her dance. She counting up bands. She turn up the spot. She throwing the. She doing her dance. She showing her. Tom Petty, you know I be on that. Standing on like a floor mat. They keep trying to reach me, cause they know that I never call back. Throw it back on her BD. Just know he caught that. Hating, I gotta ignore that. He's some like bro to store at. Top facing, don't ask me to. If we beefing, don't ask me to. In the party, them clappers is clapping. In the party, them slappers is slapping. Ice on the beat, I be skating. I'm pretty, I look like a painting. With a baddie and she looking. Cause the money amazing. She turn up the spot. She throwing the. She doing her dance. She counting up bands. She turn up the spot. She throwing the. She doing her dance. She showing her.
Come do it for me. I'm from TX. Shorty, she come from the BX. Ice in the flame and I need it. You might get a car and it's keyless. Topless, no V6. I'm out in New York, I'm at Sailors. You might get you more, be sailors. I'm cooking a wave afloat. They watching my moves remote. Ooh, we bought us some. After doubling the sellers to Knicks. Like the Pro Jalen Brunson on trip, man.
She turn up the spot. She throwing the. She doing her dance. She counting up bands. She turn up the spot. She throwing the. She doing her dance. She showing her.
The crowd is. Assembled here at the Target Center in Minneapolis, looking for the Timberwolves to have a victory here on their home floor. And we've got it for you live, right here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. The Utah Jazz come into this one following a loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Ingram outside. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Dumars. Drops in the breakaway layup. Dumars got the first points on the scoreboard for the Timberwolves.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
Harden gets the bucket. And on paper, Greg, this might seem like a potential blowout. But anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. The Jazz shooting their first free throw tonight.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
You know, success at the line just became contagious for them. A few guys got on a roll, and it carried over to the rest of the team.
Now here's Harden. Pippen feeling it out a bit. Here's Ayton. Okongwu grabs the board. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Teardrop shot. And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line.
And you watch Jason Tatum. Year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
And so Tatum nails them both. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Shot clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Good on the second free throw. You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton-Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
A nice shot by Brown.
When JB is on from here, it really boosts his team.
Pass to Ingram. Fires from the wing. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Here's Okongwu. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Brown, right side. And Okongwu has it in the corner. Pass to Dumars. From outside the arc. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Just a tremendous all-around player. Dumars at times showing us the deep range.
And here is Ingram for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Ingram's got 5 now.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
It's good. Nice touch there from Okongwu.
And just an excellent setup. Joe Dumars just plays with such poise and intelligence. The quintessential combo guard.
Porzingis with the ball. Now guarded by Tatum. Hits the three-point bomb.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. The Utah Jazz last season became one of the first teams in the league to move their games to broadcast television. It's a gamble, but they just about tripled their reach. And with the rapid growth in the region, they have a chance to attract new fans. Kevin, no doubt other NBA teams are keen to see how this goes.
Oh, David, no question at all. We thank you for your report. Now, here's Brown. Wide open look here for Okongwu. No good on the triple. It's Harden with the drive. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Brown, good.
You know, early on, Brown struggled with his confidence taking threes. Now he's a knockdown threat.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. To the inside. Got a piece of it. Count the basket. Ayton's got his second bucket of the night.
Already finding his spots and capitalizing, playing really efficient basketball.
Here's Okongwu. Off target from outside. Ayton attacking. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Timberwolves ahead, up 2. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the... And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Another big component of their game early on has been their execution on the fast break. They're getting a bunch of easy baskets, pushing it in transition.
And it's Zubac to top the key. The kick out to Tatum. The three from Tatum.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D chills.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Brown wide open. He fires. Offline with his three. Pass to Christie. Back to Westbrook. To the middle. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Brown. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
First team foul.
Where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, you know, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
Smith tips it back in.
Nice job there waiting for his opportunity. Smith reeled it in for the board and the hoop.
Pass to Dinwiddie. Now here's Zubac. Still without a basket. And it's Spencer Dinwiddie with the three. Dinwiddie's got the lead up to 7 now for the Timberwolves. Got a piece of it. Powell with the steal. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. No good from Zubac.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. And that one goes on a bounce. Last touch by Walker. Oubre on the wing. And finished off by Oubre.
An incredible athlete. Kelly Oubre Jr. looks to throw it down.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
No good from Zubac. Well, Greg, over the last few seasons, one area of consistency for the Jazz has been their rebounding.
Yeah, and they have some size, and they make controlling the boards a focal point. When you're playing Utah, you'd better be ready to put a body on somebody.
Here's Westbrook. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And if anything, Westbrook gets more aggressive against contact inside. He doubles his effort level in response. Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
At the line.
Here's Harden. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Ayton a screen. Oh, that's blocked. Fast break. Here we go. It's tipped. Ingram with the steal. It's Pippen on the way. The three. The Jazz with another miss.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Pass to Achua. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. The kick out to Dumars. And a miss there on the triple.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Pass to Achua. Fires the three. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Jazz trailed by 5. Here's Harden. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Harden's got 5 points so far.
Guys, it's hard to shake Harden off his game. He's so strong and skilled. He keeps his balance right where he needs it.
Achua with it. Outside Dumars. There's a screen by Achua. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Dumars. From downtown. Rebounded by the Jazz.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Pass to Achua. Brown outside. Back to Achua. There's a screen by Achua. Tatum, that's for 2. Misses the jumper.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Porzingis can't hit. Here's Achua. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little feel-good momentum.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Timberwolves leading 5-5. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level. Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but has also led the league in assists. So, pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Oh, don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA. Ingram wide open. Here's Ayton. Okongwu grabs the board. For Minnesota, they have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Dumars is such an outstanding combo guard. He has no weaknesses in his game and is the kind of hard-nosed player that any team would appreciate.
Brown feeling out a bit. The kick out to Tatum. And the rejection by Pippen.
This is what Pippen is known for, a long, athletic, and exceptional, versatile defender.
Ingram attacking. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second.
You know, Ingram is quiet about the work he puts in after practice and before games. This is a guy who just never stops trying to improve, though, and that's shown up in how he's grown as a player.
Okongwu a screen. From the arc. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Utah Jazz. They trail by 7. Bangs home the trifecta. Porzingis has got himself on the board with 3 there.
I think you've got to run Porzingis off of his shots. I mean, you can't let him get comfortable because he'll knock him down.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
Up and in on the layup. Ingram's got 11.
Well, you know, Ingram's length is really an asset inside. It allows him to work over and around defending.
And the foul on Harden. That's his first foul. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants to talk to his guy. So it's Minnesota now. 6-point game. Powell in the high post. Nothing on the board. Just 3 to shoot. Out to the right wing. Here's Okongwu. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. And the first one at the line is good. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Both free throws good from Okongwu. Jazz trailed by 8. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Christie. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
There's a screen by Achua. Here's the 3. The shot by Okongwu, no good. Right side, Westbrook. Finished off by Westbrook.
Wow, Westbrook, so athletic. He looked virtually unstoppable there.
Here's Powell. Takes it off the glass. Powell's got the lead up to 8 now for Minnesota.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the 3rd. Chris, no stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. It's going to go on Zubac. The Jazz shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. Pass to Christie. Good on the 3-point shot. Now just a 3-point Minnesota lead.
A little breakdown there, letting them get that rebound. You can't allow that to happen.
There you see Smith's length playing to his advantage defensively.
Here's Zubac on the inbound. Pass to Achua. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. And the shot is good. Zubac has got his 2nd bucket tonight.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Here's Christie. And it's off from 3-point range. Minnesota leading by 5. Here's Powell. Missed inside.
Does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
A baseline J. Kuminga, no good. Timberwolves on offense. Zubac's in the post. Shoots over Kuminga. Zubac's, that's good. Zubac's has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, that time he got the defense off balance with the well-timed pump fake. Nice work.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And once again, off the mark by Utah.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And Kuminga throws it down.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition switch ignited.
And so it's Minnesota bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And so Harden will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. They trail by 7. Launches a 3. Jason Tatum grabs the board. Jones for 3. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Ayton in the corner. Outside, Porzingis fires the 3. Sinks the triple.
You know, one of the things I love about Porzingis' game, he's really a terrific catch-and-shoot guy, especially for a 7-footer.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch told the team. Now, they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes, that they've had some clean looks. When that 3 goes in, it's always a welcome sight. Guys?
Thank you, David.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end, tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
A shot by Harden, wide open. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen.
Continuing to show activity on the offensive glass. Second chance buckets have been huge.
Yeah, they certainly have been. You'd like to knock down that first one, but if you don't, then the second shot is the next best thing.
Name a move. Tatum's got it. A high IQ offensive player.
The first one falls.
Taking 2 shots.
And so Tatum nails them both. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Screen by Porzingis for 3, Ingram. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
They've given up a lot of 3-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Here's Tatum. He takes it in.
Tatum clearly putting on a show in this one, doing it all.
And here's Harden. Outside, Porzingis. Harden outside. Outside, Porzingis. Just 4 to shoot. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Here's Tatum. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Now Harden plays it up off the glass. And that's 10 points for James Harden.
This is not unfamiliar territory for Harden. He is used to being the go-to guy, especially when his team needs a big hoop.
Jazz trail by 4. Drives to the hoop. And the jam by Harden.
How How good is that? Harden commanding the ball in these moments. Loves stepping up at crucial times.
They set the screen. Here's Okongwu. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Timberwolves lead by 5.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that.
And you see the unselfishness right there. Brown wanting to keep his teammates involved.
Porzingis can't hit. Timberwolves leading by 7. Outside Dumars. Down low. Here's Okongwu. And again, it's Minnesota converted.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
You know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, this hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
An all-star in this league. I think Ingram still flies a bit under the radar. But Brandon can be a #1 option, no doubt.
There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. Inside. Brown jams it in.
Brown with that amazing athleticism, putting on a show out there with jams like that.
Pass to Pippen. Ayton the screen. Buries it down low.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Outside Dumars. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. The kick out to Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. Ring shot on the way. Brown, no good.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
Buries it from outside.
Pippen on the floor just for these moments. Big-time clutch shot from Scott.
Outside Tatum. Back to Dumars. Here's Okongwu. And so it's the Timberwolves who come out on top here. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And that about wraps it up.
Take me back to Kingston to see my ancestors. On your grave and some red leather. On your grave and some red leather. Forever's not long enough. If it's endless, what we done? What we doing?
Pluto got 20 girlfriends. I'm doing it wrong. Cut off all my. Now I'm only putting you on a song. Day one, shawty been with me from the playground. Hey now, maybe that's the reason I was playing around. Running like a chicken with his head cut off. Through the streets with a lot of red leather on my shoulder blades. In my older age, see the error of my ways, but I'm still not totally over all the temptation. Why the sin give you all the sensation? Yeah, I'm with Future up and just wasting a lot of money on the education. Through so much paper that we causing inflation. Now it's late and I'm getting impatient. Penn Station, I'm playing, I'm just. She whispering my ear. But I'm staying strong, I got authority, willpower. When I feel power, me and Astro, 6'4", we the twin towers, twin. It's a metaphor for the boy, when you in proximity. I can't stop right now, they gon' remember me forever. My story's more clever, my similes was better. My energy was never on some toughest. I was just a conscious rapper that was. I was just a college from a rougher premises. Kept my nose out the streets, but I love to get away for the action. With risk comes attraction. And I turned it to a track star. Wanted all the thing I rap for. I've been trying to since Hacksaw, Jim Duggan, running through the field in my Timbs. Now I'm with Young Metro in the VIP. Incoming. For the like we make love and thinking to myself, could I really be with one woman? I think so, but it's hard when you with your dogs at the thinking I could Ruby Rose with a keystroke. Ego, ask yourself, is that gonna bring you?
I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce. Tip-off goes to Minnesota. Here's Tatum. All right, Doris, how about teams like these who can really run their offense through their bigs?
BA, over the years, one of the things I've heard from coaches quite often is how effective a three-tool big man can be. When you can drive it, pass it, shoot it, score it, do all the things they can, it changes the geometry of the floor.
Denver shooting their first free throws of the night.
What I love about Jalen Williams, he makes his presence felt on the game. Athleticism, tireless work ethic, and offensive skills that are just blossoming with each repetition.
Now here's Tatum. Pass to Okongwu. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Rizachet. Now Dunn. And here is Williams. Brown with the steal. Okongwu up top. Here's Dumars. Back to Okongwu. It's stolen by Dunn. Here's O'Neal. Good work there as it goes.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, B.A. It's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of it.
Don't sleep on Jason Tatum's athleticism. This guy attacks the basket with ferocity.
Dunn's shot is good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Picked up by Okongwu. Back to Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. And finished off by Tatum.
I love it, Jason Tatum not settling for a jumper. He goes to the rim with authority.
Pass to Dunn. Back to O'Neal. Up top Dunn. To the inside. Goes back up. Goes up again. O'Neal. Out of bounds. The Timberwolves will take it. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. I asked Coach what his plan was for trying to slow down Pascal Siakam, and he said to make him into a jump shooter. He does the most damage around the rim, so we want to force him out on the perimeter whenever possible. It's not an easy task by any means. We'll see if they're able to do this. Back to you guys.
Thank you for that, Allie.
Nuggets foul. O'Neal. First personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Okongwu. Kick out to Brown. Here's Dumars. Shot clock at 5. And rejected. Tipped away. Fast break, Minnesota.
2 minutes remaining.
Brown looking around. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. And he's made a case for first-team all-defense. Doors Jaylen Brown, the complete game.
Brian, what you love to see from a great player that's just entering their prime is the pride they take in being well-rounded. Do you want to absorb a big-time defensive assignment? Jaylen Brown wants to do exactly that.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly.
Denver leading by 5. Dunn outside.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized, defense pays. Picked up by Okongwu. Tatum with it. O'Neal covers. Deflected. They get it back. Left side Tatum. Clock at 4. And there's the drive. Excellent D there from O'Neal.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Siakam, right side. Back to Dunn. The teardrop. Pass to O'Neal. Back to Dunn. And here's the fast break. Here's Tatum. Finished off the break. Tatum's got 6.
We know we're talking about a skilled scorer in these open floor situations. Jason Tatum knows where to be.
Now a timeout called by Denver. And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for Denver. uses the glass on the layup.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Jones from outside. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Denver Nuggets closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Just pounding the painted area. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what have you guys seen from Denver?
The aggressiveness on defense has been infectious. Everyone's come to the party. I love it.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
Now a timeout called by Denver. The Nuggets lead by 7. And it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And B.A., you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success, and now they're hungry and thirsty for team success, because that's the true measure.
Here's Dumars. No made baskets yet. Kick out to Brown. And he draws body contact. Looks like a blocking foul. He was in the shooting motion, so he'll head to the line.
You think about what Jaylen Brown brings to the table. Elite athleticism, three-point shot making, attacking the rim in transition, so much to like.
He's perfect from the line this time. And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant, not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Jaylen Brown is playing with so much confidence. He said, quote, "I feel like I'm a different player. My body has changed. Athletically, I'm entering my prime. I'm more aware on defense and offense. I feel like on both sides of the ball, I'm playing the best basketball of my life."
Well, it shows, Allie, for sure.
Substitution on court.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Outside, Brown. 6 to shoot. Here's Dumars. Deflects the pass. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Brown can't hit.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And here's Zubats. No points yet. And the shot goes.
So strong, so tough. He beats the Zubats, absorbs the contact, and goes right through it.
And here's the fast break. And now we've got an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches, but the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run, and honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court.
Well, Zubats can hit that shot from time to time. You got to contest his mid-range.
Outside Murray. And there's the call on Spencer Dinwiddie. That's his first foul of the game. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Here's Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
What a dynamic drive by Murray. Upsetting the defense and getting him to a shot.
Pass to Walker. Now Zubats. Now here's Dinwiddie. Defended by Murray. Now here's Achua. Inside. Here's Zubats. 5 on the clock. Here's Powell. O'Neal pulls it in.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
And Denver has possession. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. And he commits the intentional foul. He's got his first free throws of the night right here. No good on the free throw. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit. But size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Pass to Dumars. Now Brown. Williams defending. They set the screen. Wow, gutsy finish inside by Brown.
Well, this is where the powerful frame and explosive athleticism of Jaylen Brown becomes a problem for the opponent. Nicely done.
Here's Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
He sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. Okongwu with it. Guarded now by Williams. And stolen by Williams. They've got numbers. Here's O'Neal. And he gets it to go. And it's a 9-point Nugget lead.
Really good passing wing. Risachet isn't a ball stopper. He really looks for his teammates.
Outside Tatum. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Second personal foul.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Murray with it. 9 points in the game. Outside, Williams. Shot clock at 6. Murray, no good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
Boy, you can see Tatum continues to grow his game with a play like that. That is nicely done.
Now here's White. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Jones with some nice D.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's Denver up 5. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. And Chris Finch has called timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Now a timeout called by Denver.
And something fans don't always get to see. Some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
Now Siakam. Screen by O'Neal. And there's a whistle. That goes on Pascal Siakam. That's his first foul.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And Chris Dunn gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul. And for the Wolves.
Pass to Tatum. Tatum to the rack. The shot no good. Siakam with the defensive effort.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards. Showcasing his athleticism, plays like this are why you got to be excited about Risache's future in this league.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Outside Tatum. Has to do Mars. Just 4 to shoot.
Well, there's tremendous defensive versatility with Pascal Siakam. He's got reach, he's got length, he's got timing, and he's got quickness.
Now done. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Well, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
You're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
And we're making a change here. Now a timeout called by Denver. Just over a minute and a half played in the third. Here's Dunn. The Nuggets with another miss.
Defensively, pick your poison. That time, they gambled off the right guy.
Here's Siakam. No points so far. It's Williams, high post. Tipped. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Brian, one of the great challenges of an NBA player's life is being traded. Veteran P.J. Tucker said, in 24 hours, you're playing for another team in another city, getting all of your stuff, uprooting your kids, changing schools. Your whole entire life changes in a blink. If you've never experienced it, you'd never understand. B.A.?
Pretty heavy stuff, Allie. Thank you. And Siakam, here we go. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That one on Tatum. Denver shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the first one at the line is good. And one thing that Siakam has always had a knack for, Grant, cutting to the rim and finishing plays.
Yeah, he plays so well when he has space to move. He's just great off the ball, and that fits with any team. His ability to convert at the rim makes his cuts that much better.
Oh, it's blocked by Williams.
Good job hitting the glass. They're +8 in rebounding.
Williams in the post. And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul so far.
And they're just 1 foul now away from the penalty.
Here's Murray. They lead by the biggest margin of the game at 9. And another miss by Denver.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Well, you look at the so-called super teams that have been assembled in recent years. A lot of cautionary tales.
Yeah, I mean, teams giving up their draft picks for the better part of a decade to bring in a star. It can get ugly really fast if things don't work out.
Over to the wing. Pass to Tatum. Picked up by Okongwu. Tatum with it. Guarded now by Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
Yeah, the evolution of Tatum as a passer is evident. This guy more committed than ever to making the right play.
Timberwolves trail by 6. On the wing, Tatum. A minute 35 left in the third. Has to do Mars. It's Brown on the wing. Brown catches in. A terrific finisher inside.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Williams misses. And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Pass to Tatum. Tatum draws the double. Okongwu with it. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. And the Nuggets making a change here. The Nuggets lead by 4. Here's Murray, and there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, B.A., because when Murray is healthy, he's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success. And, man, looking good from the line so far this half.
Dinwiddie gets the bucket.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
27 seconds left in the third quarter. Left side White. Clock at 6. Shoots over Zubac. And again, it's Denver missing. Powell outside. Down low. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Here's Achua. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And we've reached the end of the third. The Nuggets on top, up 4.
The Nuggets 31.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Timberwolves trail by 4. Tatum with it. He's picked up by Bane. Kick out to Brown. Ooh, stolen by Murray. Going all the way to the rack. And the basket by Bane. And the Nuggets lead by 6. And what's your take, guys, here on the hustle stats for Denver?
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
But they've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Outside, Brown. Brown downhill, and the jam by Brown.
Don't you love how Brown just barrels into the teeth of the defense? This is a shifty forward who knows how to get to the rack.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. 4-3. And Brown knocking down the triple.
The passing, the shooting, the scoring, it's all clicking right now for Jaylen Brown.
Dunn attacking. O'Neal. Second shot opportunity. And he lays it up and in.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Here's Tatum. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Doris, it seems like every year Tatum's name is right atop the MVP ballot.
To me, Brian, it speaks not only to his talent, but also his consistency and the work ethic. The game is important to him. He's versatile. He's clutch. He's everything you want in a star player.
The Nuggets want a timeout. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear what the Nuggets head coach was saying to his team. Coach wasn't very animated in this tight game, but asked this of his team: how bad do you want it? Right now, this is all about who wants it more. So go out there and take it, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. And so he makes both from the line.
From the moment Jason Tatum stepped into this league, he has been a guy who has wanted the burden offensively, and he has delivered.
To the paint. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam! And that's a double-double for him now.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. And it's Denver with a rebound. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Williams from long range. Dumars grabs the miss. And Tatum's got the ball here for Minnesota. It's a three-point game. Back to Jones. To tie it up. Good. And Brown gets the assist.
And that finally gets them back to even.
Incredible fortitude to bounce back like this. I think we're setting up for an awesome finish.
Here's Dumars. It's stolen by Dunn. And here we go. The Nuggets on the fast break. And Williams punches it home.
Williams is like a vibe. I mean, this guy gets it. He knows they need points there, and he takes it upon himself to deliver.
Knocked away. Pass to Achua. Here's Dumars. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the foul. It'll go on Precious Achua. That's foul number 2 for him.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Denver in the lead. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
Ooh, poked away. To the middle. And an intentional foul right there. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Outside, Brown. Oh, and a dunk by Brown!
You can tell Jaylen Brown embraces these kinds of moments. Big-time bucket.
Pass to Rizachet. Now done. There's a minute 12 left in the final quarter. Inside, O'Neal. Jones grabs the board. And here's Minnesota now. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. Tatum, good.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
The Nuggets want a timeout.
Substitution on the court.
From the inbound. He connects. A huge shot to tie it up.
And we know Murray can get it done in these big moments. I mean, he can be just fearless.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Pass to Dumars. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
So it's Denver now. And here's Murray. Kicks it out to Siakam. Outside Murray. Shot clock at 6. Here's O'Neal. Driving inside. Yes!
Well, brought up in an unselfish system, Pascal Siakam takes great pride keeping his teammates involved.
Pass to Tatum. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Dumars. Oh, he missed it!
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. It's both from the stripe.
You get the sense this guy relishes getting to the free throw line in these tough moments. You talk about clutch, this guy is it.
Down low. Missed it! Outside Tatum. Time expires. We're going to overtime. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this game. Here we go. To the inside. It's Brown on the wing. Tatum with a screen. Oh my goodness! Brown would not be denied!
Yet tonight has been all about Jaylen Brown, a legit star in this league.
To the paint. And then Siakam with the jam.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Pass to Jones. Let's go with a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. And the Timberwolves lead by 3. And Williams has got the ball here for Denver. Up top, Siakam. Outside, Williams. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Extra time here, just over a minute into overtime. Outside, Brown. Back to Tatum. Pass to Brown. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Pass to Dumars. Picked up by Kongu. Outside Jones. Oh, Tatum taking flight.
The very definition of their go-to player. Mr. Tatum, ball in your hands, yes, sir.
Here's O'Neal, guarded by Kongu. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Here's O'Neal. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And you can feel the temperature rising in this arena. Both teams pouring it on offensively.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two. Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Pass to Siakam from outside the arc. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Okongwu with it. He's covered by O'Neal. Kick out to Brown. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by Denver. Huge moment here.
Have to stay calm in these situations.
Murray for 3. Jaylen Brown with a rebound. Minnesota with the ball. 3-point lead. And they go to the intentional foul.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 5-point game.
He's able to make it a 2-possession game with some solid work at the line right there.
Murray for 3. And again, it's Denver missing. Williams from long range. Yes. So it's a narrow victory for the Timberwolves, pulling it out for the W. It was touch and go there for a while, but in overtime, they caught a second win.
They really did, and it was wild. Everything it took just to get to the extra period, and then their surge at the end. Whew.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
For your touch so very much that I need when you're around me. The way you make me feel, the way your love is real. Oh no, no, my darling, me, my darling. He touched my bed, so I know that I got you, baby. Oh, no. Man, I do it my best.